So we're almost into the new year, and I don't know about you, but I want to finish this year strong. I want to go into the next year and not have gained 5-10 pounds during this holiday season. So today I'm going to do what I eat in a day when I'm eating simple weight loss meals. If you're new here, I'm a plant-based RN and I follow a whole food, plant-based, no oil, gluten-free way of eating. Now, if you're none of those things, you can still enjoy these recipes. You don't have to be whole food, plant-based. You don't have to be gluten-free. My recipes are enjoyed by vegans and non-vegans alike, so I hope you give them a try. And if you're new to this way of eating and feel like you need some more support, I do have a Facebook group that I would love for you to join. I'll leave all that information down below. So let's get started on this what I eat in a day simple weight loss meals. So I just got back from the gym and I'm not super hungry, but I'm really craving a smoothie. I want to have something that's got a ton of nutrients in it. So this is going to be filled with lots of veggies and fruit. And I'm also going to throw in a little protein powder just for good luck. And I'll show you how I make it. And this is just my version. You can add any veggies and fruits that you want, but I'm going to show you the way I make it. So let's get started. Okay, I just wanted to show you the ingredients first. So I like to put a lot of greens in. So I've got a bag of power greens, which has kale, chard, spinach. So really good combo of greens to put in your smoothie. I also like to put in a little bit of cilantro. It's a really good detoxifier. If you don't like cilantro, leave it out. Then I like to put in some rice cauliflower. And then I'm going to use some vanilla protein powder, and I usually just get these at the store at Whole Foods or wherever, Sprouts. And I just get the single servings and I just keep a few of those on hand. I don't do smoothies all the time, but sometimes I just want a smoothie and I feel like that's my body way of telling me that, you know, I need to pump up some nutrients here. So I'm just going to go for that. Then I also like to put in some celery. I also like to put in some spirulina. It's a green algae and it really helps with immunity boosting. So I like to always throw a little bit of that in there, maybe a teaspoon. And then I like to put in some ground flaxseed. This is good for your omegas. And then to kind of sweeten it up a little bit, I'll use a date. I've got some mangoes, just a little bit I'm gonna throw in there, and some wild blueberries. These are frozen. And then a banana. And then I'll just finish it off with some water. So let's add all this to my Vitamix and blend it up. And I will leave the full recipe that I'm using right here down below, but like I said, customize it to how you like it. All right, so I'm gonna start with, just gonna break off some cilantro here and put in about that much. What is that? Maybe a couple tablespoons. Then I've got my spirulina and my ground flaxseed. I'm going to add my celery, just going to break it up a little bit. And then I'll add my cauliflower. I like to add all my veggies and protein powder and all that first. That's just my preference. This is Sun Warrior vanilla protein powder, and you can absolutely make this without the protein powder if you prefer. I just had a really tough workout, so I feel like having a little extra protein, and I do that every now and then. I just listen to what my body's telling me. So if you want to leave this out, feel free. But this has pretty clean ingredients. Then I'll start adding all my fruit. So the rest of my mango here. Oh, almost forgot the most important part, my greens. I would normally put the greens in before the mango, but whatever. And then I just stuff this full. Because this is where you're going to get a lot of your nutrients and your antioxidants, and greens are really important to heal your gut, which is where your immune system is, most of your immune system. So greens, that's why I put greens in everything. This is a 5-ounce bag and I've used almost the whole thing, but I want to leave a little room for everything else and the water. Then I've got about half a cup of the frozen blueberries. You could use fresh if you'd like. And then I have my banana. And then just break up my date a little bit and throw that in there. and then some water. You want to add about 3 cups or so, depending on how thick or thin you want it. All right, I'm gonna blend this up and then we'll give it a taste. Okay, so here we go. This is about 24 ounces. There was about 8 ounces left over, and I just put that in a glass and I'm gonna give that to my husband. And I just love how the spirulina gives it that nice green color. So I like to use water. It keeps it lower calorie density. If you want to put in some plant milk, that's totally up to you, but it will increase the calorie density. And that way I'm drinking something that's low calorie density. And that way I can continue if I want to lose weight or if I'm maintaining my weight. So this is a good way to go. And like I said, I don't do this all the time. Sometimes after a workout or whatever, I just feel like I want a big glass of vitamins. So if you ever feel like that, just have some of those little protein powders on hand, or if you don't want to use the protein powder, just having the veggies and all that is really great as well. So let's give this a try. It's so refreshing. It's really good. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, and then I'm gonna take a shower and get ready for the day, and then I will show you the rest of what I eat in a day, just on a regular day here. All right, I'll see you at lunch. So sticking with the theme of simple weight loss meals, we're gonna do a soup and a salad for lunch. This is one of my favorite lunches because it's so easy. I'll make a big pot of soup on the weekend, and so it's already made. It's a matter of heating it up. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna start with my spring mix. And just a good handful there, maybe a little more. Because what I like to do is I like to use my little scissors here and chop it up so it's smaller. I don't like big pieces of lettuce. And also you can fit more in the bowl. Then I'm gonna start adding my veggies, and just use what you have. You don't need to do anything special. You know, just what you have in the fridge is fine. Today I've got tomatoes, cucumber, carrot, red onion, and a little cilantro. But sometimes I put in bell peppers if I have those, mushrooms if I have them. But this is what I have today. So we're just going to add all this to our bowl. And cilantro is, again, it's a great little detoxer, so I like to add that. If you don't like cilantro, don't add it. You could add parsley instead. And then I'll just show you my quick little 3-2-1 dressing. And all you need for this 3-2-1 dressing is some balsamic vinegar, mustard, and maple syrup, and a jar. I like to use flavored vinegars. This one is white apricot balsamic, so it's really tasty. But if you don't have flavored vinegar, just use regular balsamic. And then I use some Dijon mustard. If you don't have Dijon mustard, just use yellow mustard or whatever you have. And then just a little bit of maple syrup. So we start with 3 tablespoons of the vinegar. And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons of the Dijon mustard. And again, whatever kind of mustard you have. I know maple syrup is expensive, so I like to buy it in this big jug here from Costco. It's a better price. And 1 tablespoon of the maple syrup. Then you just throw a lid on. Give it a good shake, and you can pour it directly onto your salad. And if you want to measure it, it's probably about a couple tablespoons, but I just eyeball it. Then I just heated up my soup. So this will be my lunch. I love having a huge salad with all these veggies. It just is so delicious and filling. And then I've got my soup, and this is my butternut squash soup that I posted, I believe, just my last video. I'll leave a link to that video below. What I did different with this recipe is I just added a can of chickpeas. So when the Instant Pot was done, I just added a can of rinsed and drained chickpeas just for some little added flavor and texture. and it's really delicious. So I'll eat my salad first, and then I'll go to my soup, and if I'm still hungry, I might have a little bit more soup, but I don't think I will be hungry after this. And this soup has plenty of starch in it. So I'm gonna go enjoy this, and then I will see you at dinner. So for an afternoon snack, I'm just gonna have some grapes. I've got red and green and some pineapple, and fruit is such a great snack. It's full of fiber and water and nutrients, so this is a perfect snack. So for dinner, I'm gonna start off by making some fries, and I've just got a couple russet potatoes. You could use whatever kind of potatoes you would like. And I'm just gonna cut these in little fry shapes. I don't peel them. So I cut them about this wide, and then I just cut them in half, half again, and half again. And those will be my fries. And then I'm just gonna add them to this bowl, and then we're gonna season them up. So I'm just gonna continue making my fries, and then I'll show you how I season them up. So I've got my potatoes all cut up, and then we're gonna do some seasoning. Onion powder, a little garlic salt, and a little smoked paprika, and then I just toss them with my hands because they're for me and my husband. Then these are gonna go in the air fryer at 400 for about 15 minutes. I shake the basket halfway through. While the fries are cooking, I'll show you the second part of my dinner. So to go along with the fries, I'm gonna have some more of my soup, but I'm going to add a few things to it to make it a little bit more filling. So I'm gonna add I have some steamed broccoli here. And then I've got some green beans. And then I'm just gonna put this in the microwave and let it heat up, and then we will have the soup with more veggies and our fries. So it's a perfect combo. So I got the fries all done. I got a little bit of ketchup. You could use whatever dipping sauce you want. Barbecue sauce, you could make plant-based cheese sauce would be good. I've done that before. And then our soup with all our veggies in there. It just makes for a really delicious, satisfying dinner. And later, after dinner, I'm just gonna enjoy a cup of sleepy time tea. It's got chamomile in it. I'll put a little monk fruit in there, and then I'll just sip on that while I'm watching TV, or if I've got work to do on the computer. So it's just like a nice way to have something a little slightly sweet after dinner, and just help relax you before you go to bed at night. If you've made it to the end of the video with me, then I know that you are committed to your health journey and your weight loss. And please comment below with weight loss. And if you like this video, if you got value out of it, if you learned something, please hit the like button and also subscribe. And remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. And just remember that keep it simple. It's the easiest way to be consistent, and it doesn't have to be fancy. Most of my meals are so basic and easy, just like these. Doesn't take a lot of prep time. So until next time, thank you.